Welcome to Living a Healthy, Vibrant Lifestyle podcast. I'm your host, Harold Chatman. At the current moment, we're not taking any sponsors, but if you wish to support me, you can go by our website, HVL-Well.net. We have our favorite Glow Collagen, unflavored, peach mango, and our newest flavor, strawberry lemonade. For more details, check out the website. And as at the moment, for our current listeners, you can use promo code SUMMER23. Hey, I'm at the Panorama Brand Studio, best studio in Houston. Right now, I'm live with Miguel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, Harold? How are you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good, man.
Man, I'm excited that you're here, and I'm really thrilled to be able to get to know you a little bit more and have all the people to know who is really Harold Chatman, the person behind HVL Wellness.
Right.
And so I'm just gonna ask you a few questions so people can know a little bit about your background and your story.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what drives you, but before you do that, just tell us a little bit about what do you do? Like, what is your specialty? What is it that you do and that you want to share with the world?
Pretty much what I do is I'm a health and wellness coach.
Okay.
I do personal training, but which is called wellness training because I teach the 5 pillars of wellness.
Okay.
Fitness, nutrition, stress management, proper sleep, and supplement intake. So it's more of a holistic approach into personal training. And also I do health and life coaching virtually. And lastly, I have my own branded products, as you see right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. Show them to the camera, man.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that one.
About which one?
This one.
Okay, so this is our newest flavor, strawberry lemonade. And what makes it so different is flavor.
Tell me just like what is collagen for people who don't know.
Oh, man, collagen is like the foundation of your hair, nails, and skin. And also repairing. And pretty much make sure your skin is hydrated. And also make sure pretty much to slow down the aging process of your skin and also keeps things rejuvenated. Oh. So other than putting like makeup on, like I tell women, putting chemicals on your body, there's nothing wrong with that. But you also want to have something natural to combat that as well. So the reason why I came out with the strawberry lemonade and the peach mango is because there's not too many flavored collagens on the market. And so what makes it so good is no fructose or sucrose in there, just naturally flavored. So whatever color the powder is, that's what color is going to be in the drink. And so we have some really solid flavors in there. They can check out more details on the website. So I was really excited about it, doing something a little different. And as you can see, it helps with my hair, and skin.
I see you, man. You be shining.
Oh, man.
Shining like a star.
I'm telling you, man.
Nice. So, man, we want to really get to know who Harold is. So tell us a little bit about what drives Harold Chatman.
I would say my passions, because I would say like I just really love what I do. Like I really love like health. I really love being the best version of myself. I just like I don't know. I like feeling good, looking good, and health is like the best thing I can think of because nobody wants to live life in pain or like really at the end of the day, the reason why people want to be healthy is you want to enjoy life. And so to me, it doesn't make sense to do a lot of things when you can't do too much if you're not in the best health. That'll stop you from making money, stop you from enjoying time with your loved ones. And lastly, it'll just stop you from being the best version of yourself because you're always sick or something always going on. So,
or you're always like tired and stuff.
Yeah, tired, just not have enough energy, man. You just always like out of gas, and I just like to help people understand and educate, not just teach them, but educate them how this works and just make it interesting. Like instead of just telling people what to do, like I mainly look at it as educating.
So let's go back a little bit. What even got you started with health and fitness?
I would say like I always been doing it ever since I was 12 years old with my mom, working out at the YMCA. And that's how I got started when I was like 12. She was taking me to the YMCA with her. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just go to the basketball court and sometimes I go to the gym. And that's how the passion initially started. And then it just grew from there because I realized, dang, I started picking up muscle. Things started working out for me. And I was like, man, I feel good. I feel a lot of energy. And then I started being like stronger. and it was just pretty much enjoyable for me.
You felt more confident?
Yeah, I felt good. Like I start, you start feeling your body starting to change, and you're like, man, like what is going on?
Yeah,
and then you start
got
like
big guns out of the sudden.
I know, man. It'd be like it's a gun show up in here, man.
Nice. And so what happened? So you started working at the YMCA. You started working out at that YMCA. You started doing more of that. And then, so tell us a little bit about after that, what happened? Like you started to feel better. You started to feel more confident. You started to like gain some muscle. What happened after that?
And then I started researching like, what's more could I do? Like what's more behind just working out and just because at first I was just working out, I wasn't really eating the best. But then I started realizing like I knew about fruits and vegetables, but I didn't know how deeply, they really actually like help you. And then I started reading a little bit more as a young person, like how does it help? Like with fruits, vegetables, and also drinking a good amount of water intake, electrolytes, and then all this knowledge just started just making sense. And then it just started getting better as of years. Of course, I was a teenager. I would go back and forth. I wasn't eating the best, but I still had the educational knowledge, like the baseline of what to do.
Yeah, like I remember you told me about the electrolytes. So now I got the electrolytes right there on top of my fridge.
Yeah, man.
I grab one.
Yeah, you have to because like you can drink as much water as you want, like in the summertime.
Yeah.
But you still be dehydrated because you're sweating, working out. Houston is hot, so you definitely want to make sure you have some electrolytes in your body.
See, already teaching me, man.
Oh man.
So tell us a little bit about why. Well, before I go to the next question, tell me a little bit about also. So now that you have better understanding on health and fitness and now nutrition, tell us a little bit about like, have you always been a personal trainer, or tell us a little bit more about that?
Before then, I used to before I got into health and wellness, I used to work in law enforcement. And so that's when my health wasn't the best then. Like I went through a transition from going from law enforcement to personal training and health coach. And so that was pretty rough because, being stressed. I was close to being on medication. My blood pressure was high. Cholesterol was a little bit off the chart.
Wow.
Because sometimes I wouldn't, a shift, as anybody knows, as a first responder, you may go a whole shift possibly without eating, or you may eat like once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you're so busy taking calls. Man, it'd be bad. Your blood sugar may be high, and then you'd be stressed out, and you keep doing that on a weekly basis, like not eating the proper foods because you're trying to scarf down food because you don't know when your next call gonna be.
Oh yeah.
And so like you just trying.
What was your food intake like? Were you eating like a lot of like fast food or?
Sometimes I would carry my lunch. I would bring my lunch, but sometimes I wouldn't be able to eat it because I would. Cause I gotta warm it
on
up.
On the go. Yeah,
cause I gotta
exactly.
warm it up. So I may be able to have a snack out there, but food wise, I may have to stop by a fast food place to scarf some down real quick and just go. Man, even though I had my lunch, I'll have my lunch with me, but at the same time, I have to warm it up, and I don't have time to go in the microwave and sit there and eat it.
It's hard for me to picture that, Harold, because now you're so different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like now you bring your own lunch bags everywhere you go.
Oh man,
fruit, vegetables, or snacks.
I do.
You really show. You just don't like teach it. You actually are that person that actually portrays it. So you were not doing good with your health when you were a cop. Was that something that you were like, oh wow, like I feel like I really got to change careers or something?
It's just the lifestyle of being a first responder, and I just didn't like the aspect of it, like the business model behind it, and I didn't like how I was forced to do certain things, and just to, how it is, like how America is, man. It just didn't fit right toward my personality, and then my health started going down a little bit. I was like, I gotta find a change in this, and so I always worked out, even when I was a police officer. So I was like, let me give this a try, and then that's how that tension grew, and then that's how I was able to pivot into that.
Oh wow, man, that's crazy. So what happened after you pivoted? What did you do after? You just started. That's when you started training, or like coaching?
I was able to link up with somebody in the gym. I was able to link up with somebody in the gym, and then he was able to help me get a job at a Fitness Connection, and I was able to start there and then get clients there. And pretty much, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was first time working at a corporate gym. I didn't really know what to expect. I took a big pay cut, but at the end of the day, I was happy. So
that's what matters, man.
Yeah,
you love what you do. You feel good. You got the energy. Okay, that's interesting. So that's where you at now?
I was struggling, but at the end of the day, I was happy. I enjoyed what I was doing. I was getting paid to do something I love, and
that's true.
And so, people say like that's a rough sacrifice, but at least I was happy. At least I loved my job. But and I was able to get into get my health back right. Eating better, working out consistently, get my water intake. It's how I would say it took like about a year, and then that's when things changed for me, and so that was pretty cool.
Okay. And so, tell us a little bit about where you at now. Like I know you have your own business when it comes to training. You also have your product line as well. And now you're starting your own podcast. So tell us a little bit about why did you even want to consider starting your own podcast?
Well, the thing is, I'm not a person that like to carry my phone and just do like visuals. I don't really have the time for it because I'm managing a good amount. I'm managing these products, Shopify, website, Amazon. I have an Amazon store. Then I have a few retail stores I keep up with. And then also like partnerships I have outside of this. And then of course I have my wellness training clients. And then I have my health and life coaching clients as well.
Okay.
And then me doing the editing with visuals that I'll be driving.
so the technical side you can't do. I mean, it's too much.
Yeah, then I also have a daughter too. So that's like a little bit much for me to. I'd be drowning.
You'd be drowning in all this work.
So I feel like it made sense for me to start a podcast that I can partner with a brand that can help me get the message out that what I have to offer to help out the community.
Okay. So, and plus on top of that, you just want to start helping build your brand and get them out there more, get your product lines out there more, because you're building something good. You have an amazing product, and you want to share it with the world. Yeah,
share it with the world, educate people, and also bring more other individuals to my podcast. Share with them as well as a platform. So not just about me, but also bringing more individuals that also live a healthy lifestyle. That's entertainers, entrepreneurs, influencers. Then I also see how this can work with them, because I know people always ask me to talk more in the camera, but I don't be really having time. I have to go back and edit, and so I feel like this is the only best way for me to get the message out and connect with individuals.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your core values, like in terms of who you are.
I would say my core values mainly that sticks out to me is like focus, discipline, consistency, and hustle. So I would say like consistency is like the biggest, because like without that, you can't like finish. If you're not, it's just like anybody, like I tell my clients, if you don't consistently go to work, you don't get paid.
You don't get paid, no. But you do finish.
Exactly. So that's why But the thing is funny. It's funny because like you gotta have consistency with something. Just like if you don't consistently take care of your kids, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
they're gonna suffer.
Yeah, they're gonna suffer. Yeah.
Yes, you don't consistently like take a bath every day. What you go?
You start stinking. Start smelling like something.
That's why I say, cause people don't realize. People like, I struggle with consistency. I was like, no, you don't. You just struggle with different aspects of it. That's it.
Okay. So what would you say some aspects of it that people struggle the most in your field?
Just
like
trying to be
being lazy, like not wanting to work out, or
it's like everybody.
Or is it the mindset? Or what is it?
Everybody in America know they need to work out. Everybody know they need to work out, because if you get older, if you don't use it, you lose it. But the thing is, it's like it's no incentive behind it, other than like you don't get paid to do it. You have to do it. It's really time consuming, and most people don't want to make time. Most people are lazy. It's hard work. You sweat. You're about to pass out in there. So most people, it's not really no big incentive to do it, other than like unless you're about to die, the doctor tell you. That's the only incentive.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
That's it.
Man.
That's the only incentive.
So people waiting until the doctor's telling them they're...
Doctor, or like, let's just say like for women, you can't fit your clothes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a big one right there. I mean... No point intended, okay? So okay. Okay, so what are the passions that you have for your business, and why do you think sacrificing is important?
I would say the passion I have for my business, I love like helping people and helping people come to the best version of themselves. But the reason why sacrifice is important because you have to make sacrifice to get to what you want.
I'm sorry. Man.
I know we're two goofy people.
I know we're goofy. Like we're talking serious right now, but off camera we usually joking around.
We're joking around.
All right.
But yeah, I would say like past that, I want people to become the best version of themselves. I want to help people in that aspect.
People want to see this, bro. This is good media right here. All right, get it out. Just get it out. Just get it out, man.
Oh man.
Well, tell me a little bit more. Just tell me a little bit more about
the sacrifices.
Let me get another question for you. What does HVL stand for?
HVL stand for Healthy Vibrant Life.
Why? We need to cut this part out. Oh man.
Go back to the sacrifice.
All right, so why vibrant life?
You said why the vibrant life?
Yeah.
I would say vibrant because you want to make sure.
That's an interesting word. You don't really hear it much out there.
Vibrant is you want to show like your light, be vibrant, and people want to feel your energy. That's the biggest thing.
And good health equals good energy.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But go back to the sacrificing part. Yeah. I would say you have to make sacrifice to get to where you're trying to go. Like everybody has to make sacrifice. You sacrificing time, you sacrificing your health, you sacrificing like spending individuals with another loved one. Yeah. So like it's just like for example,
but you're also making choices.
Yeah, you do.
Like you're sacrificing, but you're making the choice to sacrifice and do the things that you have to do to be able to get what you want. You know?
You have to make sacrifice to get to where you want. Everybody knows. People might not realize that, but I always ask my clients when I do an assessment with them, like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get to where you're trying to go? Because obviously what you're doing now is not working. So to get to where you want, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because you're going to sacrifice time somewhere. You're going to sacrifice maybe hanging out, going to a happy hour with some friends, or maybe sacrifice watching this hour TV show of Netflix, or scrolling on social media. You got to sacrifice some time to make it time for this new habit that you're creating.
So for you, of course, you already created the habit of working out and staying vibrant and having the energy to work out and all that stuff. So do you still feel like, oh man, I don't want to wake up and work out sometimes?
Yeah, I would say working out, like I'm not really motivated by working out. It's all about discipline now.
Okay.
It's all about discipline and being consistent because motivation runs out.
That's good. That's good. So tell me a little bit of, more about what are some of the things that people should know about, like staying consistent when it comes to like with their health and their nutrition.
Pretty much, like I tell people, you just have to do it. Like you know you need to do it. You need to make time. The biggest thing, if it's important to you, you make time. That's what I always tell. How do I know that thing is important to somebody? Go by their actions, not by what they say. You either do it. It's like I know some people say it takes a long time to create a habit. I kind of disagree with that. I think you just have to get your butt up and just start just doing it.
Do you think, how important do you think goals are with this process? Because a lot of the times people say, hey, I need to work out. I want to be healthy. But at the same time, they don't see the big vision. They don't see the big goal. Like they don't see, hey, if I work out, I feel better. I have more energy. If I do this, then maybe I'm able to start a new business and I have energy to do that and create better wealth. Or with more energy, looking fit, looking better, I can meet a better or my future wife and you can have a better life. But a lot of people, they don't see those things. They just see the pain when it comes to like waking up in the morning that day to like go on a treadmill or something.
Right.
So how important do you think is to picture that or really understand that before even starting your journey on health and fitness? Or do you do that? Do you have that conversation with your clients?
Yeah, I always tell them we need to set out an action plan.
Okay.
And also what's going to help you stick with it. So, because the thing is, always, one of my favorite questions to ask, like, how many times have you tried to do this? Because and then I always ask them this, what's going to help you stick with it this time? Because other than that, we can start it, but like if you don't stick with it, you're going to be doing this with another trainer, another coach. So what's going to make sure you get the point message now? So I ask those like deep questions before we get started, because other than that, I don't want you to waste your investment. I don't mind taking your money, but I want to make sure your investment is getting reinvested, and also you making it a good choice by like as we go forward. So what's going to help you stick with it?
That's good.
That's because I like to teach my clients independence and awareness of what they're doing, not just by making profit off of them, because I care about them and I want them to do good. Because at the end of the day, if I teach them how to fish, either they're not with me anymore, because they're not gonna be with me forever. So they're gonna be able to do these habits after they finish up with me. So it's gonna stick with them.
Okay, so let's say you build that habit. They've been training for a while. Maybe they've been doing this a couple months, or maybe even 6 months, or even a year. Let's say they're already like ready for it. But what do you think is more of a driving factor, like the core factor that people say, besides like talking to the doctors and saying that they really have to change because they have pains or whatever? What do you think, without having to get to that point, what are some, maybe from clients that you've seen in the past or something, that driving factor that, you've seen that people are like, hey, you know what? This person really turned their life around, and it's because of X, Y, and Z.
I would say the main reason why people like want to make that change, I would say they want sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like they tired of the same old shit, same old BS. And sooner or later, like I need to make a change. Like I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of looking like this. I want to set a better example for my kids. I want to be a better role model for people around me. I want people to stop looking at me like as a slob. So I need to do something. And so finally, some people be going through that for years or most of their life. Just like I hate to relate it to, just like people on 600 pounds. They get tired of that, so they reach out to that doctor in Houston. And they need some help. And finally, they obviously getting tired of it, because now they on the show and he making money off of it, off people's pains, but also he's giving people the assistance that they need. So it's like they tired of it, tired of looking like that, tired of being handicapped like that, man. People get tired of being that way, and that's why they want to make a change. Mostly everybody, instead of being proactive, most of my clients are more likely reactive. Instead of being like proactive, like I need to do this so this won't happen. They like, oh, my arm breaks, so I need to do this. Okay, I'm overweight, so I need to do this. Instead of saying, I'm good now, I want to make sure I stay like this, so I need to be proactive. I rarely get that, but I get some of that, but not as much.
So what do you think are some things that people should know when it comes to like starting the whole process of like, hey, you know what? I'm a client of yours, and hey, I want to come to you. Hey, Harold, I really want to start this. We already have the whole plan set up that you kind of talked to me about. But so what are some of the things that people should like get ready for when it comes to like starting the whole journey?
Get your mindset right.
Okay. How do you do that?
You first need to have some self-talk with yourself. Like, I need to do this, so I need to get my mind endure to some pain, because it's gonna be a painful process, because you're starting something new, and your body's gonna be fighting back and forth with you through this process at the end of the day. So it's definitely gonna be a good switch, but also it's a long-term healthy investment that you're doing. So the first thing first, you need to get your mind right. Like, reach out to a coach, or even go to a gym. The first thing you do is just get a gym membership somewhere and just start moving your body in there. Then as you progress, it's free information on YouTube. You don't even have to hire a coach unless you lacking discipline. But you can get on YouTube. They got free stuff, assistance on there. You can Google like healthy nutrition foods. Everything is access is on our phone. So you really don't have to hire nobody. You can just follow an app, follow somebody on YouTube, look at some social media posts, people posting workouts. It's really, you don't really have to hire somebody like me. But the thing is, we're so lazy. Most people don't want to research that stuff to be reality about it.
That's interesting. I wanted to know a little bit about like what a day in the life or a week in the life, like just average day, will look like for you in terms of your nutrition. Like, because I know you already work out a lot. Well, tell me a little bit about the workout as well after that. But tell me a little bit about how do you do and what is your nutrition like during the week?
I would say I eat like about 6 times a day, and it's not all like meals. So I have breakfast, snack.
What
lunch.
do you usually have for breakfast?
Usually like a banana or a bar, or I may have a protein shake. So I rotate it, and it's something like simple because I don't want to. I don't eat nothing too heavy
In the morning.
Even though you can eat something heavy in the morning, but my body's used to eating something like light, get it started.
Okay.
I would say my heaviest meal may probably be lunchtime.
Okay. And what do you usually have for lunch?
Usually I have one of my meal preps that I get from like Macros, and so usually I don't do too much cooking because I don't really have time. So I go through a meal prepping service.
Okay.
That they usually have my meals, and I usually freeze them and defrost them at work.
Okay.
And so I have.
Give me some examples of those meals. One example of one of those meals.
We have, I would say, like a salmon, green beans, and brown rice.
Okay.
And then of course they have some teriyaki chicken with peas, carrots, and some rice with it. So.
And then that's kind of like the same thing, but substitutes for dinner.
Yeah, usually I eat the same thing. I switch it out for lunch. 'Cause I get like about 4 or 5 different type of meals.
Okay.
And so I may eat maybe salmon for lunch and maybe like chicken teriyaki for dinner or something like that. And so I just rotate them.
And what about like the snacks in between?
Like an apple.
Fruits?
Yeah, fruit, apple, maybe some unsalted mixed nuts.
These nuts? People want to see this.
Shit. I know. Got the nuts, man. You gotta have the almonds, the cashews.
Hey, no, that's good though. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
But for the most part, man, I know the nuts, man. But yeah, you gotta have the. But the thing is, you gotta.
Oh, you told me about the unsalted.
You got to.
Yeah. Because people eat a lot of salt nowadays, man.
The main thing is, if you have too much salt, if you have 2,300 milligrams of salt a day, you're pretty much promoting. That's the average amount based off the USDA nutrition.
For hypertension?
Yeah, for promoting high blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
So anything over that, you're promoting high blood pressure. So most people, they consume a lot of that because, when some people cook, they use a lot of seasoning in there. Like usually the best type of season use like dash season. But if you cooking with if you having like some heavy salted in the morning time, then you may have a heavy salted snack. Then sooner or later, by the end of the day, man, you do that on day to day, you promote high blood pressure. Like your shit through the roof.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you see clients like that too.
Oh man, like it's be through the roof, man.
So have you seen like, I guess my question is, from the client that you have that maybe started with high blood pressure and things, what are some things that they did to get better with that? I'm assuming eating healthier and just working out.
And also that they have like beets. Beets helps naturally lower your blood pressure. Like you get beets in a capsule, you can get beets in a drink, but stuff like that will definitely help lower your. You can research that.
Okay.
Naturally, like stuff like naturally that'll help. And also like for cinnamon, like having some sugar. Not sugar, but I say cinnamon sugar. I mean, like the cinnamon that'll help lower your blood sugar. Yeah, you have it in a capsule. I wouldn't recommend putting that in. I wouldn't recommend putting that in the spoon.
No. Harold told me to choke on the cinnamon.
Cinnamon challenge, man.
Cinnamon choke.
Oh man.
Okay. So what about the vitamins, minerals that you take for your wealth?
Oh man, I take a good amount of them. So I take about probably like 17 different supplements, but I don't take them every day.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I have them like people call me old because I put them in those like little small Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday deals.
Oh
so
yeah.
So I do that like once a week because I don't have to worry about taking them.
Well, who cares what people say? People who say that are.
But the thing is, I have it set out, so I have like D3 and K2. I also have like 2 different forms of multivitamin I take. Then I have fish oil, flaxseed oil. I take turmeric for inflammation. I take what else? I take something for infection. It's like a vitamin C, but it's more. It helps with bacteria that for example, like it's in the air, touching on, help my body fight off. Because the whole goal is the reason why I take supplements is to help your body a lot more than what it should. That's it. Because the thing is, you're not gonna get like I always tell people, you're not gonna get all your nutrients in food. That's why I always teach supplement intake and nutrition, proper sleep, man. That's why I teach to my clients so they understand like what they put in their bodies. Because the doctor not gonna help you. They're just gonna put you on meds and see you out the fucking door.
Wow, that's crazy, right?
Shitty.
That's crazy, man. That's interesting. So tell me a little bit about like what should people expect for the future of this podcast?
I would say like more educational knowledge, like on a day to day, like me bringing more hosts on here, and also talking about the journey, the process, and what it takes, like how I got to where I am today, and just understanding just how to be the best version of yourself, and like teaching people like the educational knowledge of somebody that's trusted and done the research that and been in their shoes before. Like being a police officer, like that was a really high stress, and if people go back and look like how I used to be, I was probably like I said how much I weigh now. I was probably like 25 or 30 pounds more overweight than I am now.
Wow.
Like just off of changing my lifestyle. So just knowing that they can do it too. So I done the research. So especially if they hire somebody like me, I'm not here just to take people coins. I'm here to educate you and to help you throughout your journey. I'm just as a guide, like I call myself. I say I'm not here to do the work, more as a guide.
Okay. So I guess tell us a little bit about where people can find like this podcast and a little bit about you, your social media, things like that.
They can definitely go to my social medias. It's going to definitely be in the show notes.
Okay.
It's definitely going to be on the website too. So on the link tree, it's going to be on the YouTube and audio. So everything is going to be listed on there. So especially when they click on the podcast, everything is going to be on there. I don't really have to go through it.
Okay. Man, well, we got to know a little bit about you, but we don't want to give everything out yet.
Right.
Because people are going to start to learn a little bit more about you throughout every single episode. Because people are going to ask you different questions. So you're going to have those conversations that people are intrigued to learn and stuff. So,
but they can check out the business page at HVL-Well.
HVL-Well.
Yep, it's pretty much on there.
Check it out. You got to check it out.
It's the good stuff. Hey, tell me about your opinion about because the one that you tried.
Oh yeah. My opinion is that it was really good. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be like the really good flavor, because a lot of the times the flavor is not that good. But this is healthy and it tastes good. Even Jesus tried it back there, and he's like he really liked it. So, but yeah. So definitely people should definitely check this out. I can definitely, and this is new, right? This is the new flavor.
Yeah, the new flavor.
This is the one that I tried.
Yeah, you tried the new flavor.
Lemonade, and I loved it. So everybody should check this out for sure. But yeah, man. Well, thanks again, and I'm excited to have you continue this podcast and for people to get to know you a little bit more. So
I appreciate you guys for hosting me.
Yes, sir. We'll see you on the next one, bro.
All right, buddy.